Hey, what's up, guys? It is DJ. Oh, man, do we have some mods today. 69 mods were released on the Endgame mod up. All platforms got 26 new and 36 updates. And PC and Mac players got a more reasonable 4 new and 3 updates. If you like staying updated with yourself with all the latest mods in Farming Simulator, get subscribed and I would say grab some popcorn, but you may want to go make dinner. And let's check out today's mods. Starting off with new ones for all platforms, they have a new map for you guys, the Isolated Valley. This is a remote region isolated from civilization and even K-Bot. Are you capable of taking over the farm located here? In this map, you've got 2 starting farms. We have 1 collectible objects. One collectible? Just collectible. Ignore that part. Many collectibles. That didn't start off well. Let's move on. We have 1 starting farm right there, 2 forestry areas, trees scattered everywhere, all over the place. We also have a train to transport goods, which is very, very nice. I believe it just runs straight through here, as that's where I saw it a little while ago, right through there. Oh yeah! Hopefully it comes around pretty soon. This is a pretty basic map. Everything considered, we can get under the water, which is nice if you're flying and stuff like that. We do have 1 big nice tree area right here, smack dab in the middle of the map, and then just north of that we've got another one, and then right over here we've got our little starting point. This is definitely a no man's land style of map. We also have 1 required mod, Rustic Cabin from Elk Mountain Modding. It's a great cabin, so yeah, you probably already have this downloaded. It's an awesome placeable. We do have a couple fields, but that is it. Everything else is going to be balled in different chunks and things like that, with a massive chunk straight in the middle. The good thing is, pricing is not too bad. You could probably buy a few of these right off the bat and go ahead and expand your area. We can also buy the waterway. However, you're going to have to buy that in different chunks as well. So just heads up there. As far as everything goes, we have 0 custom crops. We've got a base game crop calendar, so heads up through there. And then owned items, we have a Fendt as well as a Buren. We've got the Deutz-Fahr combine harvester. We have a Kloss carrot tipper. We've got the header that goes along with the Deutz-Fahr. We got a plow, cultivator, seeder, and something for running water. As always, here's your required mod. Only the 1 map today for all platforms, so we've got some new trucks. The first one's going to be the Lizard C7500 from Slush's Money. This is that GMC that we've been talking about. 300 horsepower with a manual transmission, 150 liters of fuel, and it goes 74 miles an hour. Wheel setups, we have the short model wheel, then we have the short model wheel number 2, which I really like, then 3, 4, 5, 6, then we have the long model wheels, and we have the same setups for those. And then back to short. Again, I'm going to go with the short model wheel number 2. Hitch styles, we have a standard setup. We've also got a rear lower hitch, tow hitch, and standard again. Now that tow hitch, that is going to be your 5th wheel. This will pull 5th wheel stuff, which is great news. Mud protector. Standard, we have short and nada. It's all around towards the back. Exhaust, we've got a left side, right side, both sides, or nada. Toolbox on here, we have yes and no. Antennas in the cabin, you've got those if you want them. They are short. Glass, we have a, medium, dark, four different ones. Rear fenders, we have no or yes. Sometimes you like to go with that, so we will. And then we've got some color options, a whole bunch of colors to choose from. On the main, your design is going to be the grill. Then we have rim colors, which are, you guessed it, rim colors. Oddly enough, the rear ones, at least if you go with the ones I have gone for here, don't change, which is kind of odd, but it is what it is. We'll go back to chrome so everybody matches. Then we've got some bodies to choose from, a whole bunch of bodies on here. So let's look at the truck bed. So attachments on here, we have the 5th wheel on the inside, a gooseneck, or nada. So make sure if you want a rear hitch, you do put that on the truck, not on the bed. Then we have the main colors on there if you want. Next up is going to be the shorter platform. We've got some beacon lights on there, and then we've got the same setup for the attachments and colors. Then we have the longer bed setup, which is very, very cool. Then we've got a service bed. This is going to be a standard setup for 5,000 or 50,000 liter capacity for fuel. Beacons, we've got rear ones on there. It also says beacons on supports, but I don't see the supports for the beacons to be there. There are no supports for the beacons. So let's see what keeps happening. Decorative objects. We've got some lawnmower stuff back there. Roadworks. We've got some more roadworks or nada. And then we've got our rack. There you go. That's probably what you're looking for. Beacons on the supports. Yeah, let's go all of the lights. And then you got your main colors for everything. We also have a tanker on here as well, 3,000 liter capacity. We do have a beacon on there. It's going to be for water. It's going to be for liquid fertilizer and herbicide and milk. Forgot what those signs were. I hadn't played Farm Sim in a while, man. We also have the grain C7500, so 14,000 liter capacity there. 14.5 actually. It's going to be for all bulk crop. And lastly, we have a tipper, a dump truck bed, 7,500 liter capacity for all of the above. Not too much to complain about the truck, to be honest with you. I did go with a fifth wheel, and so now I have a fifth wheel and a gooseneck set up here, but man, I tell you what, it steers really nicely, it drives really good. There's nothing bad I can say about this. This is so nice. This may be one of the best driving mods that Sluicious Modding's released to date. What a great job. Next, we have the Lizard AGR 1500. This is a 4-door version of the 2-door pickup truck that we have in the base game. And I've kind of pulled both of them here so you can get an idea of what we're looking for before we start off. So the roof setup is going to be identical. Lighting setup as well is going to be identical on these. However, I will say that with the different wheels and the different setups, this is going to be a bit different. But if you wanted something that looks like base game stuff like me, well, then you're probably going to want to go with this. So let's take a look. 300 horsepower with an automatic transmission, 120 liters of fuel, 86 miles an hour, and 3.7 ton weight. Stripe, we've got a first stripe, second, 2 stripes. We've got stripes down the side, and then standard. Yes, those are a little John Deere setup there, but you can change the color, which makes things nice and easy. Then we have engine setup, the 300, the 450 horsepower options, wheel brands from Michelin, Continental, Nokian, and back in. And you can change up the wheel model itself, however, the tire stays the same. Bumper and mud guards, we have a plastic set, colored, which is what we've got base game, and then you can do a couple different setups for the trim levels as well. Mirrors, we have a standard set, a black set, metallic, colored, and back to standard. Cabin headlights, we've got an LED bar. Grill, that's not that grit, that's ugh. And then we've got the grill headlights. Is that really what's called a grill? I don't know. Orange beacon, police beacon, which is very cool. And then we've got a bunch of different setups. So let's go with a police for whatever reason. Front grille, we've got a couple different setups here, so you can choose the one that you like. Lower part of the plastic, you can change up that as well, which is very cool, actually. Rear bumper, it starts off as a black bumper, but we can change it up to a couple different things. Front headlight and antennas. Back around towards the front again. We have chrome, we have a black mask, we have the chrome headlight and left antenna. And then we can change up everything with the different antenna setups. Running board and trims, we do have a couple different setups for those as well. I do like that trim. We'll go there. Locks, we even have those as well for the door handles. Attachers, let's see, this is around towards the back again. We're all over the place. So we've got those. And so standard hitch. Standard is nothing. Standard hitch is a hitch. And then we have the fifth wheel hitch thrown around towards the back as well as the gooseneck. And then we can do little setups for all of those. That's what we're going for there. Soft top and roll bar. You can throw the soft top on there. We got the roll bar or nothing. We'll go with the black roll bar here. Axle width, we have 1.6, but we can take that mile and go to wild and bump it out a bit. Man, oh man, now it's starting to look like Forza. Service and branded stickers. So you can do a firefighter. It's going to be Brazilian or American, which is very cool. I'm glad they included those. Police setups. Yeah, let's go with the police. But we've also got PRF, which I'm not quite sure. We have Agrisem, Amazon, Anderson Group, Bergman, Capeo, Case IH, Cortiva, Challenger, CLAAS, Demco, Duisfar, Fendt, Grimmer, Helm, Horsch, Husqvarna, JCB, John Deere, K&S, Kohler, Komatsu, Krone, Kubota, K-branded, almost got me, Mahindra, Massey, Ferguson, New Holland, Ponzi, Pioneer, Pottinger, Salix, Stara, Vaderstad, Valtra, Versatile, Volvo. Hi. And we're back. I'm just going to go with police. Thank you very much. A couple different Windows setups. We'll go all the way in. And then we have some options for main color. Now, bright green's a little bit, but you know what? I'm going to go for it. Whatever. We've got green seats. We also have those stripes as well. You know what? I think I'm going to go with a white and black stripe setup for this. I think that'll look cool. Ah, looks pretty cool, yeah. And then rim colors are rim colors at the end of the day. We're going to go black there as well. Let's get this out. Let's get it out here. Definitely a little bit different. Got some strobe lights on there, so do be careful with this when you're around certain people. Otherwise, very cool. How you like that? How you like them apples? Oh, that's got too much power. Did that just slide out from under? Yay! I think the 450 horsepower engine's a little bit tricky. Let's see if we can get it to drift here. Yeah! It's a lot of power all at once. That's pretty cool. Oh, yo, can we do a barrel roll? Oh, we could definitely do a barrel roll. Here we go. Yay! Can't do a barrel roll. Yeah, maybe next time. Yo, it doesn't stop. Next up from Slusha's Mining, we have their John Deere Gator TH6x4. This is a honkin' boy. You probably noticed this is very similar to the one from Black Sheep Mining that we got back at Farming Simulator 19. And it is kind of similar. 23 horsepower on here with a variable transmission, 19 liters fuel, 32 miles an hour, 1.7 tons. And it's a UTV tires, very cool, at 1.6 tons. Fenders, we've got a couple different setups for those. That's a little different. Cabin carpet floor. Bumpers, we've got bumper setups on here as well. We do have cabin options, which is very cool. A lot of different setups, including that John Deere. Love that. We'll go with that. A winch, we could throw a winch on the front of that. Extra lighting, yes please, I'll take those. Attachments, we do have a 3-point, but I think they look silly on stuff like this. We'll take that off. And then all of the colors. You don't have to just have green. All of the colors. Love that. You got fenders, seat color, rim color. All the colors, baby, all the colors. Now, we also have a snow blade for the very front. We've got a Gator TH6x4 grain gator. Is that what they call that? Is that a grain gator? Capacity, we've got 460 liters or 1,100 liters, which is very cool. Again, color options for everything. We've got a platform on here. You can change colors on that. Platform wide Gator TH. I don't really know what difference this one would be other than it's wider and it's metal. But don't worry if you thought that's all that was in here. There's so much more. We also have the service pack right here, which holds 500 liters of fuel. It does have the dummy capacity, which goes up to 10,000. So 2 thumbs up through there. Would be nice to see dummy capacity for more than just fuel, but I mean, I'll take what I can get. Oh, here's one with liquids. I need to keep my mouth shut, don't I? We've also got one right here for liquid or solid fertilizer and lime. Then we've got another setup here for salt. Man, those look really good. And then another blade, which I think maybe they accidentally copied. Blade stone, 1.8 meters. 1.8. Blade TH640. That one's blade stone. What am I missing? Oh, this is probably a leveler, isn't it? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Definitely a cool little mod right here. So if you guys like John Deere mods or you like UTVs and stuff like that, this may be a great one to check out. Also, it does look like the suspension is quite good on here. Look at the travel. Yo, it's so smooth. Let me give some props real quick. Slusha's modding. Past couple mods have been just like knocking it out of the park. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it because you're doing a great job. Next, we've got a very cool one for you guys. This is the CLAAS AXION 930-960 TERRA TRAC. However, it's not just the TERRA TRAC that we've got in the game because it's also the award-winning 20 years CLAAS tractor, the winning design for their design competition. Love seeing this in here. Super duper cool. 445 horsepower. We got a variable transmission, 867 liters of fuel. Not like it matters. 24 miles per hour and 16.8 tons. We do have wheel options for Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vierstein, and Nokian tires. We do have standard wide setups for a few of these. Absolutely love like the super duper cool modern green around the front wheel and the orange around the rear tracks on the TERRA TRAC. This is just a cool tractor, dude. But we do have a full setup here that we can customize as well. So a base game version. We can bump some horsepower from 355 to 455. We also have the wheel brands of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vierstein, and Nokian tires. We do have a couple standard and wide tires. Exhaust, we have a silver and black on there. Beacon lights, we have a couple different variants for those. And then we have rim colors, so we can change those up to black. I don't know how many of these we have, but we can change that up. So that looks very cool. But again, that's just awesome. Next, we have the Series 7 track. This one's kind of interesting because it's not in Deutz Farm. It is just a Series 7 track. Right here, it's in the S's if you go into downloaded mods. So kind of odd through there. We do have all the normal stuff as far as your wheel setups goes. However, we do have some track options. If we go into Lizard, we've got the crawler tracks. Yes, please. Yes, please. Thank you very much. It doesn't look like you're going to be finding those anywhere else. So if you want the tracks, go in there. They are big, chunky, and extra chunky, I guess. We do have warning signs on there. And then we have a front loader attachment. So if you really need something with quad tracks and front loader, you got it. You can also change up your wheels as well. So let's say for whatever reason you wanted to go with like a Deutz-Fahr setup like this, well, you can easily do that, which is very, very neat. You can also change up the main color to whatever you want. Even if it's not a Warrior, you could still do whatever you want. Let's see, we do have Unfold Tractor. That's probably going to be the warning signs, which I did not include. How's our turning radius? Could be better. Could be better, but with tracks, it rarely is good. A little bit of movement with the front suspension, or front axle rather, but yeah, really nothing to write home about. It is a very cool tractor though, so if you're looking for something like this, hey, go for it. Just looks cool, doesn't it? I'm also running out of room over here in my cool stuff to put in the background of the thumbnail. So, so much. Is everything green? Crap, everything's green. And next, we got some more tractors for you guys. If you like tractors, the Steyr Series 80. So we have the 8070 and 8090. This is the SKU number 1. Then we have the SKU number 2. Then we have the 8100, 8130 SKU number 1. And SKU number 2. At least I assume that's what SK1 and SK2 means, Mark 1 and Mark 2. Doing some weird stuff with the wheels. Gonna be honest there. Let's do some fun stuff, but you know what? I'm not here to judge wheels. We're here to show you guys some cool tractors. So let's do that. Most all these are going to have very similar setups as far as your customization options, so it's not going to matter a whole lot which one you go with. So let's just go with SKU number 2 of the 8110, 8130. We're going to bump that up to the 8130 Super Elite. My goodness, what is that? I like that. We've got orange and red and all kinds of stuff through there. I want that one. BKT wheels come on it as standard as all good tractors have, but we do have Continental, Michelin, Midas, Nokian, and Trelleborg, as well as Vredestein if you're deciding to go a little bit different. Roof setups, we got the hatch with front lights, rear lights. We've also got front fenders of narrow and a broad and extra broad. Fenders on the rear, we have a narrow set. You can throw a lip on there, make those broad as well. Broad with a lip, back in a little bit. Accessories without, and then frame. Forest frame, yes please, and without. Now we're going forest frame, baby. Beacon lights without. We've got left, right, both. Bar without, yeah. Let's go with bar, or no, well that. There we go. Bar light, yeah, like that. Exhaust, we have a flap exhaust and a curved stainless steel. Equipment, we've got an added box. Where's this added box? It just says electronic. Okay. We also have a without box. Oh, there's the box, and then the EHR. I don't know what any of that means, but it's cool, right? Yeah. As far as your attachments go, I assume this is going to be around towards the very front. Yeah, there we go. We have the super hook and the catch hook, as well as the, I guess a branded 3-point. Yeah, we'll throw that on there. Front loader attachment, we could do that as well. Hauer, Stoll, Steyr, Nada. And then design color, we could change that up. We could just come with the red there. A new license plate. Let's bring this out into the game and see what we can do. So it looks like we've got rotating bars right there for our beacons. A lot of lights. Looking good. And turn it on. Very cool, man. It does get, oh boy, does it get up and move. It drives like a heavy tractor. It's not too heavy, but it does drive like one. And a lot of suspension movement there. Very cool. Let's just go park this up with all the rest of the tractors that I really like from today. Next is the Lizard Forestry ADH 18. This is from HR Forest, and it is a harvester head that you could throw onto a Volvo excavator or any of the excavators, like we showed off in Farm Sim News a few days ago. It'll harvest up to 80 centimeter round trees. We also have a grab on there as well that we can control. So you have a lot of control on here when it comes to harvesting, which is very cool. We do have a couple different setups for feed rollers, which is not normally something that we can change, but we do have those. And then we have colors for everything. The harvester head, feed roller colors, the main color, which I don't actually know what the main is. That toothpaste. Oh, green tube, my butt. That's toothpaste. Then we have the claw color, decal color, and hose protector color. Very cool here. If you guys are doing logging, definitely go get this. And we've got the cultivation pack from Rabe. I don't know how to say it. Rabe? I don't know. Is that a penguin? Yeah, it's a penguin. 180 horsepower on here, 3 meters, 7 miles an hour. Is your subsoiler. We can also throw a 4 meter on there if you want, but that goes up to 310 horsepower. So definitely recommend sticking with the 3 meter version. Then we've got the Corvus PKE 3011. This is going to be a power harrow, and we can do a couple different setups for everything here. Loving the customization options. This is from Vertex Design. They just kill it no matter what they do. So here you go. We've got even more stuff through that. And then we have a 4 meter version as well. These would kind of be set up to run this in the front and then this in the back. Although in the game, it would be extremely redundant and pointless. Oh, it is cool. And another disc arrow for us, the Disco Mulch Pack from Agrisem. Very, very cool through here. You can fold this up, which is nice. And we can even go for it, which is really interesting because when you load up, you're like, oh, okay, it's just one. But it's like all the models in here. So instead of going through and trying to do everything with all the different models, it's all right here. That's kind of neat. And we got a whole pack of cedars, the Lizard SO43X, the cedar pack right here. Just a bunch of different ones, kind of. They looks like they hold a little bit more different models. We have the 2, 5, 6, and the 3B6. I believe we had PC versions of these came out a couple weeks ago, but hey, now we've got the all-platform version. You've got a couple different tire setups, different setups for scrapers around towards the back, warning signs, cultivate toolbox, spouts of curly sample. Yikes, didn't want to know what that is. Actually, you know what? What is that? All right, well, the cover is what it is. And then a whole lot more. Tons of customization options through here. If you guys are running some old iron, definitely check these out. Here's a cool one from Puzzcap. This is a windrower or tedder, which is super cool. Check this out. So you can switch it around, and it either makes it a windrower or tedder, depending on which model you go for. It's 9 mile per hour speed. I'm not quite sure what the working with is. Looks like online it says 3 meters, which I'm looking at the website right now, and we could change up a couple colors. One of the first mods that really caught my eye from back in the day was the Joskin Wago pack, and this is from Black Sheep Modding, at least back in the day. However, ADM Modding and the ABP team have brought it back. We do have a 10M, the ADM, and the semi-mounted, or the regular hookup version. There you go right there. Actually, you know what? Let's just show the big one off. A big old 10M right here. We do have wheel options from Trelleborg, Midas, Nokian, and then we have a standard and kind of like a T404 kind of style, like that. Designs, we've got with ladders or without. Designs, we'd have with warning triangle and without. And then we've got colors for all the stuff. Now, you can go with a Joskin, and it looks like the center of the wheels are not changing, the wheel hubs. Hey, Dom! And then we've got design as well, so we can change up the top. And, of course, rim colors are rim colors. But I do appreciate the toothpaste, which I've just now seen. That's a very bright toothpaste. Minty fresh. And we got some placeables for you guys. First is going to be the SugarMill. This is an old sugar factory with integrated scales on here. And, yep, here we go. Here's a integrated scales right around towards the back. There it is. I was about to say, well, where in the world are they? Looking around towards the backside of the place right here, looks like we can kind of get inside. Can we open the doors? Doesn't look like we can open these doors. So there's an opening in there. We just can't get in there, which is kind of stinkowitz, but it is what it is. Coming around here, we can see we have sugar beet sugar, sugar beet cut sugar, and sugar cane sugar. So lots of different stuff through there. Next is Eifel Farm. This is a smaller little farm building. It can be found in sheds, and we've got a couple places to park up stuff. We can look around towards the inside here, and then we've got a little spot over here off to the left. We can turn the light on, which is nice, and we even have storage over here as well. It holds 60 things, although I still haven't been able to figure out how to open this yet. I'm sure there's a way. Can't do it there. Hang on. Open sesame. So that's how you do it. You gotta come all the way over here. Is it gonna keep going? No, it's not. All right. We've also got some calf huts for you guys. And yes, we're still getting more calf huts. I feel like we get these all the time now. These don't appear to be able to open and close or anything like that. At least, it doesn't seem like it. Now, we can drop that down, which is kind of neat. That's pretty cool. So we have water in there. We can also drop food. And then over here, we can get our animals. Now, the only thing that's a little bit interesting about this is if you don't have calves, well, it's a little bit odd. We can hold 7 animals on one side and 5 on the other. Actually, I'm really interested to see 5 animals here. So let's put them in and see how they do. Yeah, they're not too happy. Next is our grain silo haul pack. And we actually have 2 different hauls in here. We've got one which has got more of like a white stucco kind of concrete setup, and this one's did a bit more on the brown side. So we can open this up. We have multiple doors around front and back. Coming in through here, we do have a silo setup. It's going to be 2.4 million liter capacity, which is fantastic news. That's going to be picking and receiving through there. We come around towards the left-hand side. Again, another place for dropping your silo stuff. And then lastly, on the other end, we've basically got something that mirrors the first section. Both these are going to be identical. And next, we've got the Cowshed Pack. There are 4 buildings in the Cowshed Pack. Please open. Do what I tell you, Cowshed. Come on, man. Just open up. We've got a couple places around towards here, at least for the big main area here. Oh, it's got a button. It was weird because the rest of the buildings don't have buttons. At least in the previous buildings. I know it might be cool now, but only slightly annoying because it doesn't work exactly like the rest of them do. Still, I guess it is what it is. So we've got that. Now, moving around towards another one, we've got a even smaller one right over here. Oh yeah, and the big one as well. Holds. I don't know because the trigger's not in the right spot. Sorry. We've got another one right over here. Trigger is in the right spot, which holds 30 head of cattle. And then we've got some smaller ones right back here. Different setups. We've got some igloos around towards this one. This will be more probably for baby cows, stuff like that. So it'll hold 30. Yeah, it's not going to be full-size cows, not by a long shot. And then we got another one here. And if it sounds like my voice is going, yeah, not been feeling well for the past few weeks. So, yeah, not feeling well still now, especially after like a 4-hour-long mod video. It's actually not the only one from them. We have a bunch from them today. We have the next one, the Open Shed Pack. This one holds 15 head of cattle. Again, the trigger's a little bit misplaced, but it is what it is. And we've got a shed. And we also have 2 other ones, the Metal Shed Pack and the Wood Shed Pack. The Wood Shed Pack is going to be right here. The only difference is one's wood and one's metal. And I don't really feel like there's enough differences to show both of these as 2 separate mods. They're not. This should have been a pack. We do have a bunch of different ones, which is very cool. So if you've got a bunch of shed needs, you're good. And you can do them as wood or metal. However, again, I just don't think it needs to be 2 packs. And yet another new building. This is the Field Barn, which DJ can't open for some reason. There we go. Well, at least I can open that up. Don't tell me I have to come in here and click that button. That turns on lights. Is that not going to open the building or the door? Ah, we have to come around to the inside and open the door. Hey, this is what I'm talking. Same modder, but way different ways of doing the different doors, and there's just no consistency or coherency. It is nice. Just you have no idea unless you turn on the help window. Confusing. There's another building. If that wasn't enough for whatever reason, we have the Rudolf Hormann silo building. 15 different colors, 600 liter capacity for each type of grain. So it's, again, not the way the base game works. So you have to learn a new way of doing things. And the doors don't open up from the outside, only the inside. And my doors don't open up like that. They do, actually. Not this one, but this one. But don't worry. It means nothing. I feel like I'm going insane with all these mods, but I'm doing my best. Next one is the Manure Heap with Roof. Sold 200,000 liters as opposed to the 4 million that the base game one would hold. And make sure you're not putting this with a bunch of cattle, otherwise it's going to fill up overnight and, well, maybe then some. Definitely going insane. Next one, we have the Little Farm Shop. This is a, well, I would say it's a sell point, but at the end of the day, it is, but it's not. It's a production chain technically, so it should be in production chains, not sell points. But it basically sells your stuff and slowly sells it over time. We've got a couple things like this. We also have some little farm shop signs for this as well, which is, again, cute, but they're in the wrong place. They're in buildings and tools. These should be in decorations. And lastly, we've got some more decorations, which are actually in the right place. So we go to decoration because that's what they are, and others, and here we go. So we've got some flower beds in here, just a bunch of different things to decorate the outside of your farm. And I dig these, man. We got a little flower bed there, little pot. Oh, look at that. Oh, let's do it a twirl. Heck yeah, man. They all do twirls. I'm going to just sit here and watch this all day long. Not with the wheelbarrow. And then we've got a couple more right through here. Clutch would be proud. Jumping over to our updates, we got the Little Campaign version 1002. New save game is required. Fixed farmland, addition of 2 points of sale, added a bridge, addition of decoration of certain houses, and modification of the cow pasture, which now produces milk. Estancia Pindorama MT version 1.1. New save game required here as well. Added new crops of rice and black beans, soil texture change, added vegetable sell point, fixed the opening and closing of the lumberyard gate, added new calendar, added irrigation rice with animation, new road to the farmhouse, and improved landscaping on the map. Ostbeck 101, fixed collision various objects at the harbor, police, village, street, and fire brigade. Bug fixes of opening hours at the shop, collisions in the sheet pile, wall, and villa, floating lamps at the courtyard building, textures and cameras, fixed flickering textures at the harbor and camera in the construction site toilet. Uh-oh, look out. Object adjustments, benches at the bench promenade stop, fields 5, 12, and 14 have been removed or adjusted. Triggers and text, information text, and closed for gates removed. Field animation adjustments, added corn to field 1 and wheat to field 2. Mission correction, trigger, fire alarm, and the villa fixed. They've also added cobblestone texture, more decoration in the shop, and collisions in the lighthouse and ship in the harbor. Dry Lagoon Andalusia version 101. New save game is required for this one. Script removed so it can be published to consoles. Added to field 32, missing olives. Tight farmlands prices. What? What does that mean? All olive trees and vineyards ready to harvest. Remove trees from field 21, leveled field 17, and some areas of the map on the farm and in the industrial estate have areas to finish decorating the map if you like. Feldberg version 105, new save game required. Objects floating in the air have been removed. Farmland expanded. Forest areas have been rearranged. Mod description version updated. Fixed FPS drops in certain places and afforestation. I don't know what that is. Was done in some places. Oh, afforestation. So you added trees. Just say that. Next up, Rostselmash Acros 595 version 2.5. PowerStream 500 header has been added. Liebherr Loader 538 version 1.2. CLAAS configuration added. And the most required tractor for Grimlock's maps for some reason, the Lizard 6205 Pack version 1.2, which I would love to tell you what it is. But they didn't post the changelog. But we do have the changelog for the Massey Ferguson LB 2200 Gen 2 baler pack version 121. Mod and vehicle names have been changed. Formerly, it was the LS 2200. Decals have been rearranged and minor bugs have been fixed. From Rawson Mods, the Bailey Bell and Pallet Trailer version number 2. They've added Bell 16 version and added custom hoses. And the Brown 20-foot trailer version 1001 console release. Scorpio Bell Wrapper version number 2 added 3 machines with Viper, Alligator, and Shark. Seagull Tomahawk C120s updated to 1001. Console version has been added and bugs have been fixed. Euromark RD16 HD version 1.1 release on console. Something very cool, the excavator tool pack from FS Minor and Nanas, as well as Elson 82 version 1.3. They've added the Volvo HB30 hydraulic breaker thanks to Nanas. Very cool there. John Deere HV50F with integrated cutter bar wagon version 1.1. Added a note in the mod description for extending and retracting the cutter bar wagon and added the pollution brand logo. What is pollution? Next up, one of the longest mod names ever. We're going to call it the Romaco. This is version 1101, added support for dynamic lowering. Unia Cross-Cell Drive 1101, again, dynamic lowering. And the Unia I don't know, version 11. They've added some stuff. Also added a disc roller, decals, normal, depth adjustments, adjustment of transverse leveling of plows, added attacher configuration for better longitudinal leveling. Love the word usage there. New normal and VMAS for spiked rollers, and minor fixes and improvements. Lizard U250 U300 version 1.1, ground effects have been improved, distance to ground has been improved, and fixed bug with required power. Horse Toronto 3FX version 1.1, fixed minor visual bugs, stone protection improved, and added dynamic lowering. Linstone BTS 300, released for all platforms, as well as the APB 300. Dolly 10L's got some new wheel options added. Selectable bale capacity packs up to version 1.4, completely remove the balers with liftable in the name. Do not update if you are still using one of these balers. Completely remove support for 3 times capacity bales in all equipment. Again, do not update if you are still using 3 times bales. Fixed alfalfa and clover bale textures and updated the Krone Quadrant 5300 FC to the latest XML version. However, I will say this, I don't know what happens if you don't delete an update. I have no idea. Hey, tell me what happens. The all-in-one underground facilities got updated to 1011 hotfix. Corrected translations for lift triggers. No more animation clipping and doors flickering shut, things like that. Also a hotfix for added sprayer category to fill types of the silo. First update to the American Midwest Maintenance Shop version 1001. New colors added, automatic night lights, refresh the model, new textures, new interior, new decorations. Metal Garage 1001, automatic night lights, fix the collisions, brighter lighting inside, and new color options. Cow Pasture 1.2, remove the old icons, change for all new icons, fix the straw plane issue and manure issue. Vegetable Warehouse Pack version 101, complete retexturing, added lights, and adjusted snow. Old Wooden Barn 1001, updated the model, switched from colorable roof to colorable wooden sides, new textures, reduced the maintenance cost from $5 to $1, and added automatic lighting inside. Outside. Added automatic lighting outside. Not inside. Outside. Old Grain Mill version 1002. Mill completely retextured and mill wheel now turns. GDR Village Pack version 1.1. Added ball with farmland description version increased. Added ball trigger and added milk ramp. One of my favorite mods is Fermenting Silo from Montana version 1.1. This is the first update. I think it's been out for like 2+ years at this point. Silage from straw has been added, and they've added digestate as a byproduct as additional production chains. Universal Crusher 2201. Selling station generic supports gravel. And your last update today for all platforms, Bunker Silo Object Storage Shed. I can make words into single words as well. Version 2, added haul with object storage. Jumping over to our new ones for PC and Mac players, we have the map Krajenski Pola. At least I think that's how you say it. Probably not. It's based on 3 real towns in Central Europe, which are adapted for the needs of Farming Simulator. And if it looks like it's skipping a little bit of a beat, well, yeah, my frame rate's not great. My frame rate's great on everything. But not this map. It's a big old 4X map. Did I mention it's got 68, I think it was, required mods? It's either 68, 69, or 70. I've heard all 3 different numbers, so I'm counting 68, so there you go. It's a quadruple size, again, 4X map. One of the weird things is we see this a lot with first-time map releases is there's always weird stuff going on. So with this one, there's a lot of vehicles, like, all over the place. For example, we'll just kind of go here. These are actual Farming Simulator vehicles. They're like base game things, and we can enter them if you've got passenger support, but you can't turn them on or anything like that. And they're everywhere. They're literally like all over the map. They are all over the place. And I don't really know what to do with that information because we only have 2 vehicles that we own. So that is what it is. There are 5 farms in total on this map. We've got 1 agricultural base, as they call it, 191 fields, 28 meadows, and 5 new crops. We have green rye. We also have clover, alfalfa, regular rye, and triticale. With about this size, it is weird that we only have 4 points of sale. We also have 12 federal states with passive income, large and small forest, 20 collectibles, multi-terrain, varied terrain, custom traffic, new custom crops for, or custom textures for crops, grass, ground, and trees, and a whole lot more. Basically, the description is just listing off the multiple features of the map. Again, we got these things everywhere. I really wish I could drive them, but I just can't, which is stinkapoo. One of the nice things is we do not have a base game crop calendar. This is a custom crop calendar. And if we go into own vehicles, we get, well, even less than the all-platform map. We've got 1 tractor, 1 combine harvester, and a tipper, header, cultivator, seeder, header trailer, which is not always a given, and a weight. And here's all 68, 69, or 70 of your required mods. have fun. Next up, new for PC and Mac players, we have the Sigma Z263. Kind of digging this one, man. Very cool looking baler. 125 centimeter round bales. It'll go 6 miles an hour. It's not too fast. 3,000 liters, I guess. We could change up a few designs on the side as well. Main colors, we do have setups for those, and rims as well. We've also got the Cowshed weight pack, the BA 600, 800, 1000, and 1100, and all of these have a couple different colors, none too crazy. And your only other new one for PC and Mac players today is going to be the day-night time scale. Automatically changes the time scale based on the current time. So you, for example, can have slower days and faster nights, or vice versa. Smoothly transition to the targeted time during dawn or dusk. Manually changing the time scale during this will abort the transition. Adapts to the map and season, so it matches the actual sunrise and sunset, which is super, super cool. Uses game settings, no extra buttons to find or remember. It works in multiplayer, but changing settings in game on dedicated servers hasn't been tested yet, so keep that in mind. Skipping time or changing available timescales options with easy dev controls, things like that, can make things behave weirdly until the save is reloaded. But very cool. Looks like everything's going to work great in single player. Now let's talk about updates for PC and Mac players before we take off. Power Tools version 1.4. New alternate menu has been added. Trigger via new hotkey. We also have a new Power Tool dialog, which can now be openable when the main menu is open, so fewer functions are available there. And new Power Tools dialog can now also be open when the game is paused. Again, fewer functions are available. Dynamic lowering version 103 added tools on the list of compatible mods. And of all the mods today, your only other update for PC and Mac players, last mod of the day, production revamp version 1.5. Bug fixes. The selection of seating palettes now also works in multiplayer, and various minor bug fixes. As far as new features go, we have general revision of the code, possibility to filter the price overview, possibility to create productions that sell all outputs directly, improve the display of the production times, temporary messages in the production overview are disabled in orange, or displayed in orange rather, also possibility to exclude individual production lines from the shared output, possibility to create feed mixers with Maize Plus and TerraLife, and possibility to create recipes with any number of mix groups. And that is it. We made it through. I went insane halfway through the video, but we made it through. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join the Go FM. Check out the Farm Sim 25 video released earlier this morning, talking about all the big things that you need to know about. Most of the big news stuff is going to be near the end of that video, so maybe skip about halfway through. Otherwise, just have a great day. We'll see you guys later.